My wife's affair resulted in a pregnancy, and she wants me to help raise the child as our fresh start. So I filed for divorce and made sure everyone, including her affair partner's wife, knows the baby isn't mine. She came home from her book club on a Tuesday night around 10 p.m. I was watching TV when she sat down next to me with this look on her face. Her hands were shaking, and she had tears in her eyes. That's when she told me she needed to confess something. I muted the TV and turned to face her. She took a deep breath and said she'd been having an affair, said it was a mistake, that it meant nothing, but there was one problem. She was pregnant, about 3 months along. I just sat there in complete silence. 7 years of marriage, and this is what it had come to. But then she said something that made my blood run cold. She wanted us to raise the baby together, said it could be our fresh start, a way to rebuild our marriage and become a family. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. She actually thought I would go along with this, that I'd just accept another man's child and pretend everything was fine. I asked her who the father was. She refused to tell me, said it didn't matter because we would be the baby's parents, not him. That's when it hit me. She wasn't just asking for forgiveness. She was asking me to live a lie for the rest of my life. I told her I needed time to think and went to our bedroom. I didn't sleep that night. I just laid there staring at the ceiling, trying to process everything. By morning, I knew exactly what I had to do. I called a divorce lawyer first thing and explained the situation. He told me I had a strong case and we should move quickly. I filed papers that afternoon. When I got home, I packed a bag and told her I was staying at a hotel. She started crying, begging me to reconsider, saying she loved me and we could work through this. But I wasn't done, not even close. I spent the next 3 days going through everything. Her phone records, credit card statements, our bank accounts. I needed to know who this guy was. It took some digging, but I finally figured it out. Turns out it was her coworker, a guy named Mark. He worked in her department, and they'd been going on business lunches for months. The best part? He was married too, had a wife and 2 young kids at home, so I did what any reasonable person would do. I gathered all the evidence. Text messages, hotel receipts, restaurant bills, everything. I made copies of all of it and put together a neat little package. Then I looked up Mark's wife on Facebook. Her name was Lisa. She seemed nice from her profile. Lots of pictures with her kids, family vacation photos, the whole thing. I felt bad for what I was about to do to her, but she deserved to know the truth. I sent her everything through the mail with a simple handwritten note. Thought you should know your husband is about to be a father again, just not with you. I'm the husband of the woman he got pregnant. Thought we both deserved to know what our spouses have been up to. 2 days later, all hell broke loose. Lisa called my wife screaming. I could hear it from the other room. Then Lisa called Mark, and apparently he lost his mind too. Within a week, their entire office knew. My wife's boss even called her in for a meeting about maintaining professional boundaries. My wife came to the hotel where I was staying and begged me to stop. She was sobbing, saying I was ruining her life, that she'd lost everything. Her friends had stopped talking to her. Her family was disappointed, and now her reputation at work was destroyed. I just looked at her and said, "You already ruined your own life. I'm just making sure everyone knows the truth. You wanted a fresh start? This is it, just not the one you imagined." She tried to grab my hand, but I pulled away. I asked her one more time who she thought should raise this baby, and she finally admitted that Mark wanted nothing to do with it. He was trying to save his own marriage and had completely cut her off. That's when I realized the full picture. She didn't want me back because she loved me. She wanted me back because I was her backup plan, her safety net, the guy who would clean up her mess when everything fell apart. I told her the divorce was final, and she needed to leave. She stood there for a moment, then finally walked out. Mark's wife, Lisa, actually reached out to me a few weeks later. She thanked me for telling her the truth. She'd filed for divorce too and was taking him for everything he had. We got coffee once, just to talk about how insane this whole situation was. She's doing better now. My wife moved out of our house last month. The baby's due in 3 weeks, and I haven't heard from her since the papers were finalized.